So the closed beta of D2 Shin Megami Tensei Liberation has finally started. I hope everybody who got in is enjoying themselves. I know I am, but I'm here to talk about my impressions of the game so far and what you can expect when the actual game releases.
We're gonna beat them easily.
Also, keep in mind, this is not fact, this is my opinion. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's talk about the story first. To quickly sum it up, the game takes place in Japan. You're part of a group of people known as the Liberators, and you're trying to stop the Acolytes from doing all their evil deeds. The story is divided into chapters, with each chapter having its own storyline, kind of like a cartoon, if you will. From what I've seen, there does seem to be an overarching plot, but for now, all the released chapters are focused on introducing the characters and mostly world building. If you're going into this immediately expecting some huge twists and turns, then I'll warn you right now, you'll probably be disappointed, but I am curious to see where the story eventually goes, so a good job on piquing my interest, game. As for the characters, they all have their own little quirks, and that's pretty much all the info you get to characterize them by. You don't learn much about their goals or history, which it's kind of understandable considering you're the new kid, the rookie liberator, and it'd be kind of weird if they started blabbing about themselves to a guy they've only known for like a day. Speaking of the protag, their character is kind of like, moving right along. The music in this game is okay. I haven't found a track yet that I really like, but it gets the job done. The title screen music, though, it's pretty good. I like it. Now then, let's talk about the gameplay. This is where the meat of this game lies. The combat system is just the standard Megaton battle system we're all used to, mixed with a little bit of Persona. It's a lot more like Persona 5 actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, if you've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, it's quite easy to get used to, but it's still got a lot of depth. Like, you've got weaknesses, you've got resistances, you've got buffs, debuffs, status ailments, and so on and so forth. You can transfer skills from demon to demon, which can completely change the way a certain demon is used in battle, but this is all stuff for another video. The point is, there are a ton of different strategies you can employ to to beat your opponent. I want to get into the PvP first because I know a lot of people are worried about that when it comes to gacha games, but I think it's actually been done quite well, mostly because it's such a small part of this game. I really feel like it only exists so that you have a place where you can test your party compositions and, just test how good you are at this game in general. There is no pressure on you to compete in PvP, and I love that. If you want to play it, it's there, and your efforts will be rewarded with gems, which you can use for summons, or wait, no, don't scrap that, don't use gems for summon, that doesn't work. And it won't really give you a huge advantage over other players. This is still a game centered around PvE, and as long as you understand the battle system, you will be able to complete all the content this game has to offer. So, the way PvP is set up is, first, you create a defensive party of 4 demons, and this is the party that other players will be fighting when they choose you as an opponent. So, you choose an opponent, and then you get to fight their defensive party, which will be AI controlled, by the way, so it's not exactly live PvP. At the end of the battle, you gain points, and these contribute to your ranking at the end of the season, which I think lasts a week, I'm not sure. Now, something that I really like about this game is the fusion. It allows you to create whatever demon you want, with the exception of some 4 and 5 stars. Every demon can be created through fusion, so if you're looking for a specific demon to complete your party, you can get them without having to worry about the gacha. Although, that said, when you're trying to fuse certain demons, you'll be in for a long grind. That's how you can tell that it's an SMT game. If you want to get a demon through fusion, you might first need to make another demon that you can then use for the fusion, but to create that demon you need another one, and it's just an endless loop like that. Sometimes you can also acquire demon through demon talk, which is here, and that's really cool. What sucks is that your inventory fills up really quickly with the demons you acquire from demon talk. Also, you can make demons stronger in a myriad of ways, such as normal level ups, which raises their stats, The skill transfer I mentioned earlier, you can transfer skills from one demon to another, and just like that you can cover your weaknesses. You can awaken your demons, and this basically gives them an extra skill they can use, and it increases their base stats by a couple points. You also have these things called brands, and these are basically equipment for your demons. Equipping them raises stats, and brands actually also have their own type. There are 8 types of brands, and if you equip a certain amount of brands of a certain type onto a demon, you get another stat increase, and this actually enforces demons to have like their own little roles within a party. If you want one demon to act as a healer, you can try to give them brands that increases their HP, for instance. You can also increase a demon's rarity up to a maximum of 6 stars, and this increases their level cap too, so if you have a favorite demon that turned out to be a low rarity demon, you can make them stronger like this. You know, I love all these little enhancement options they've given you, because this allows you to play the game however you want, and you don't have to feel stuck constantly following a meta. I guess I'll quickly mention the dreaded Gacha too, that puts even FGO to shame. Any demon that you pull from the Gacha can come in one of 4 types, and these types determine what awakening skill the demon gets, and this system only exists so that you keep pulling until you get the right type for your demon, which could cost you a lot of money considering that you only have a 0.5% chance of pulling a 5-star. Not to mention the fact that this game is ridiculously grindy. Yeah, sure, you can acquire most demons through fusion, but this means that you'll be farming for hours trying to get the right demons for the fusion, and then you still have to level them up and work on all the extra stuff like the brands. Can I also mention how annoying the stamina system is? And oh, I don't mean get rid of the stamina system because it impedes my farming. Quite the opposite, actually. Stamina recovers so damn quickly that I get a notification that my stamina bar is full like every hour, but sometimes I don't have time to play, so my stamina is just sitting there. In my opinion, it would be better to increase the stamina recovery by like an extra minute, or you know, just start players off with a longer stamina bar. All in all, this game's biggest problem, in my opinion, is the grinding. However, I'm still enjoying it a lot. PvP is not mandatory, which means you can enjoy this game at your own pace. As long as you have the willpower, you can create and play with your favorite demons, which is really cool. And even though the story right now isn't too great, I have faith that they will pick up the pace in the future. In conclusion, I enjoyed the beta. I'm definitely going to play the actual game when it comes out, and I recommend everybody to at least give it a shot. It's free, so I mean, why wouldn't you? And maybe I'll work on a beginner's guide before the game comes out, so stay tuned for that. But this has been Excaliblator. I'm signing out. Peace.